Hello my friends, welcome to Medical Science class. As a student of Medical Science, I want to take every concept of science, of things, learning about learning all the rules and the study of medical and as a student of the one and principal all of now medical science class my friends about I learned medical science class. Yeah, Ali Kama, my yellow Shakula, Mutila, তারপরে now I friends about medical science class. What is science? Science is anything in matter, any detail, program, and the software, logic, movement, why? What is the importance of medical science? The importance of medical science, by learn medical science, you are aware about your personality, character, also your disease process. How can you remain disease free and healthy well, and how long time, and if any disease occur, how to correct that and remain healthy well. Wise. Now my friends support our medical science class. There is the auto dice system. What is the auto dice system? There is research about the collapsing of gene. If you suffer severe character disorder, that can be occur easily. For understanding me, if I do rape, murder, terrorist, okay, my DNA clearance suddenly drops to reduce to 100. Then there is a auto-die system. If in DNA remaining nucleus, there is a nucleolus chromosome, and DNA remaining chromosome there is a chromatin, there is a chromosome. When cell division there is a chromosome, but when normal cell chromatin contains gene is the sequence, DNA is the sequence of the gene. Now if DNA clears, if anyone do rape, murder, terrorist, the suddenly DNA clears 100% and collapsing occurs, heart attack. For understanding, what is the reason heart attack? Heart is pumping, but suddenly DNA clearance reduces 100%. Then the cell also not work properly, and heart cell is not work properly. Brain cell, organ cell, and human's body is made up of trillion cells. Created from single cell, there is a system process gyroid to trillion cells. By ALLAHU, also sexology, but that is there. Or sex. If sex do occur, sexology occur, bastard come. If ALLAHU do, then if not no love education, there is an unwanted baby come. There is a lawful abortion or unlawful abortion. There is a certain time there is lawful abortion. If not certain time, there will be not lawful abortion. Try to understand that. And medical science, also private organ, labology, lab science. I say as a Muslim, love in Quran, if you want to be a powerful creation, powerful man, in case of love feed also, you need DNA clearance reduce more point. How much you DNA clearance, that much you power. Try to understand that. There is a simple policy. In your cell there is a chromosome, cell division time. In your cell there is a chromatin, normal cell, then chromosome, chromatin contain gene, DNA is the sequence of gene. Now if your cell power increase, then now if your cell DNA clearance increase, then your cell power also increase. Cell adaptation station power also increase. your immunity also increase. How your immunity also improve and better? Your bone cell, there is a bone marrow. From bone marrow, red blood cell, white blood cell, cartilage, make if your bone marrow cell, stem cell, DNA clearance is reduced, in chromatin, there is DNA is reduced, then every cell, not only single cell DNA clearance reduced, every cell DNA clearance reduced. That is the reason creators say not do some kind of dangerous thing like rape, murder, terrorism, blackmail, village management, distance, animal sex, sexual crime, sexual harassment, eating, interest, gambling, cheating, do not touch. Not do that dangerous type of thing. If you do, say sorry to creator, try to correct them. But sometimes you do dangerous things like rape, murder, believe on an indicator, follow the restoration. And genetic engineering and genetic science, there is an interesting subject and topics. I say Anar Abdul Muhammad. My genome is know the Arabic language, not only genome. Also, I not Arabian. I try to, my genome also know the Bengal language, also understand the English language. By that language, I can control my body system. For example, what Allah said what not to do, then what to do. I read Al-Quran. By Al-Quran verse, there is a positive thinking guys. My genome take the positive thinking. And I remain. If I take the negative thinking, there is a possibility to grow to negative. But if I stop that, no, I know that if my take this, then there is not that. Then DNA clearance go. Now loving science. What is loving science? Loving science is the branch of for human. Loving science is the branch of science जिसके elaborate about love activity. In case of creation love activity. In case of creator love activity. In case of creator, loveology, love with constant mother, creator, queen, king. In case of creator, king, real king. In case of queen, as a constant mother, king, queen love, real king, queen love, or grand infinity king, or grand queen love. In case of creator love activity. Love activity is necessary to আমাদের not only for agriculture but also A to Z. And A to Z says how love activity है मोटा stimulus का. Those are good even good biology. Those are bad even good sexuality. But what is the effect of biology and sexuality? If you continue to sexuality, DNA class you not say sorry to corrector, not correct that character. That is responsible for your death. For understanding you live in 100 years, but do that crime, you die in 60 years. What years? Not only sexual crime, but also any sin. If you not correct that character, like for an understanding purpose, I take nicotine. That is good, bad for health. But I not correct that character. I can die. But I know that medical science has a factor. Dr. Momushu, representative Dr. Momushu, 16 years, not take a single part or single gains. Now I am mature, lung mature, stomach mature. I can take Japan and this is good for health, not bad for health. Understand? I think better. And how much time you I know medical science. By that medical science, how much time I remain good. If disease occur, how to correct. By the help of constant medical science. As a Muslim, I say Allah Shakti, Allah Shakti. Then apply the medical science, what I know, what disease occur, I take that medicine. And loving science, interesting science. Interesting science. By that science, you can know lavology. That is also basic. After eating food, and then you go to the, in case of food there is a smoky, liquid, semi-solid, solid. But in case of lavology field, I want to be a soulmate. Why? What is the reason? If I do to other women marry, maybe Miss Universe Miss what, but not good for me. After death life, I not got that woman. Just like I cultivate other land, crops grow. After crops grow, they eat fruits. Just like that. I am not stupid as a student of science or as a doctor. I know that. If my wife is virgin, I try to correct, say sorry to people and try to correct this one. No problem. But I go to the Miss Universe, which my wife is virgin. Why? I am virgin. I go to Miss Universe or other woman, virgin woman. But at that virgin woman not valid for after death. Like she will get by his her soul. In case of me, the memories remain. That is the effect. If you know that sign, that is that you want to use soul. For understanding, I am bearded, not look smart, but my soulmate say you will not look smart. And say what kind of this matter? You cut the beard. Then I say if I cut the beard, for understanding my lap or it is another. No. If I cut the beard, dangerous situation, I cut my beard and take drinks with water, can survive. Now you are not cut my beard. No. Just like that. For understanding that. Now loving science, which describe elaborated about next class loving science. By loving science, how we can survive. For understanding purpose, my male secretion, that is valid for me, valid for my soulmate wife. By that natural steroid, in by male secretion, there is a natural steroid. In natural steroid, that is good for health. And steroid for bodybuilding every time, but that is synthetic steroid or go to the animal steroid, valid or unvalid. There is a chance of autoimmune disease or any bad effect. But if steroid take from my natural body process, that is not bad for health. That is good for health, bodybuilding, and remain healthy. Okay. Now, how much your DNA clearance, your testes, private organ user will remain already key as a medical science, chromatin, gene, DNA, nucleolar, nuclear. Then what happens? If you do sexual crime, your remain for understanding good for 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That depends on your DNA. But if you do sexual crime, you live planning for life. For understanding with 2 or 3 minutes estimate. You think that is not sir. That is not natural. I not on general medical science. I think if my DNA class increase, my lab power also increase. And my lab power is the estimate will be 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 30 minutes. That depends on my statement. Maybe 1 hour. That depends on my DNA class, how much good as iteration I have, and how much control power of lab. And lab is not such. Thank you very much, my friend.